relaxing morning with a couple of good friends. What more could you add to make it special? Well, I'll tell you what you can add. You can add shitloads of money, gambling, round robins, teasers. We have it all here on Brunch Betting. That's right. It's XFL Jim, Chase, Lupine Fiasco, Sessoms, and Erik, Uncle Rico Magoo, giving you the best sports plays you can find. That's right, bitches. It's Brunchtime Betting. That is right, bitches. It is Brunchtime Betting. I am XFL Jim. That is Chase, Lupine Fiasco, Sessoms, a.k.a. Scoopsy Hawthorne. What's up, my man?
What? I gotta say, the song in the intro video slaps. It's my first time being on since the intro video has been instated. So it's that was a pleasure. A pleasure to watch, Jim.
I'm gonna give myself a little bit of credit here. I feel like I'm pretty good at finding royalty-free music. I feel like I'm pretty good about finding like what I want the vibe to be and it matching up almost 1-to-1.
I think of that vibe and I think of bacon and I think of bell bottoms and I think of bacon and bell bottoms and it's pretty fantastic.
What's your beverage of choice for breakfast?
For
or
typically
brunch?
It's
brunch too. Brunch too.
Brunch. It's probably the Bloody Mary. For brunch, I do love a really good bloody.
I'm not really a Bloody Mary guy.
I will also mimosa. I'll get down with the mimosa. Is that a croissant sandwich?
No, this is a Jimmy Dean biscuit sandwich with I put some sriracha on there.
I knew you were gonna put hipster ketchup on it.
I love the spicy ketchup, dude.
I know.
It's so fucking good.
Jim. I know you.
So, what's your go-to breakfast drink? Is it coffee? Are you just like consistently a coffee guy?
Yeah, it might be my Galentine mug. I've got just a straight up black coffee.
That's way more hardcore than me. I'm not really much of a black coffee guy.
I've been drinking like 5 cups of black coffee a day recently.
I'll do the 1 cup of coffee with just a little bit of creamer, and then I do an energy drink midday to kind of like perk me up.
Yeah. I drink a lot of coffee.
I do energy drinks also in remembrance of Voz. It's been a lot of Ghost.
Stay up, Voz.
Voz.
Still have to figure out if we can get Ghost to him in prison.
We have to figure out if we can smuggle that in. Also, my breakfast or like brunch drink in particular, just iced tea. Love iced tea.
That's just like any time.
It works anytime, but like my family in particular, they always do it for brunch all the time.
Okay.
I'm also like the only one in my house that likes sweet tea, so I'll just add a little sugar to it too.
There you go. There you go, buddy.
I love sweet tea. I fucking love sweet tea.
We'll have to bring you to the home of sweet tea at some point. And
so,
well, you haven't had sweet tea till you've been in Georgia.
I assume that's a fact.
Yeah.
Erik is not here this morning because he is covering the draft. He is actually in Detroit right now. Go to his stuff. Follow him along because he's had a ball of a time. Chase, I thought it'd be fun for us to give our opinions, at least on round 1.
Okay.
To go through all these picks and just give them a letter grade real quick.
Sure.
Number 1, of course, Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears.
Hate to say it, A.
Yeah, I'm going to give that one an A. I think the first, 4, I feel everyone saw coming a mile away.
Pretty much.
And then it kind of gets a little weird after that. Commanders select Jaden Daniels.
A.
I'm going to give it, draft grades
He's kind of
meaningless.
He's kind of tiny, and he has 3 elbows in that one arm.
I was going to say, he's got the elbow thing. I'm kind of with you and Erik on the fact that you kind of have to take his LSU year out. If you look at his, Arizona State, he doesn't look good when he's not playing with the best wide receivers in college football.
True. I don't know. I feel like they got what they need. They got the best possible player for what they needed. They needed a quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Drake made it the Patriots.
They needed a quarterback. They got the best possible. Well, I don't know. I was a Michael Penix fan, and I could have taken Michael Penix before Drake May.
The issue with Penix, I guess you kind of look at injury history a little bit.
Yeah, totally. No, I
and
get it.
Age, but I also would have loved Michael Penix. I'm a big fan of the Penix.
Me too. I love.
Shout out Jeff. Good UFL morning to you as well. Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Cardinals. I'd say that's like an A.
I think that's going to be a win for Kyler. I think.
They needed receiver. They got the best one in the draft easily.
Yeah. They got the first pick of receiver after the run on quarterbacks. That's A. It's A.
Joe All, offensive tackle from Notre Dame to the Chargers.
They've consistently had really good offensive lines, even though I don't know much about Joe Alt specifically. So I think they picked a good school to get offensive linemen from. We'll see if he stacks up.
I was going to say, even if you don't know much about offensive linemen, you just usually see a school like Notre Dame in the bio, and you're just like, yeah, it's probably a good pick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe I'm going to give this pick a B+, because they probably could have used a receiver a little more.
Yeah.
With what they're losing. But it is Jim Harbaugh, so I don't know how much they're realistically going to try and pass the ball. Even though they have Justin Herbert.
Did you expect Harbaugh to zig and take Blake Corum? Because I kind of did.
Oh, get a running back right there.
Yeah, because it would have been super embarrassing.
Not even trade down for him. He could have done. Yeah, I could have seen it.
Can I still say the super embarrassing thing about Harbaugh, or do I have to put that to bed? No.
Well, now it's in the NFL again, so now it refreshes.
There we go. Okay.
So yes, the Giants get Malik Neighbors.
Another really good wide receiver from LSU. Turns out they produce really good wide receivers all the time.
It's insane. The Titans get J.C. Latham, offensive tackle from Alabama. I think that's a good pick for them. Need to rebuild that offensive line. Makes sense.
Yep.
Michael Penix Jr. to the Atlanta Falcons.
Who just paid Kirk Cousins like $130 million. Wow. I guess is the first thing that I'd say is wow.
The second thing for me is why.
Why? Yeah. I guess it's good to have a succession plan.
My thought process for that, because I've heard that too, my thought process is if you're trying to have him like sit and develop and learn, Michael Penix is what, like 24, 25?
Yeah.
Like he'll be like mid-20s.
Be like 27, 28.
He actually starts, yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird spot. The Falcons just like to screw up drafts, I think.
I think it's how they get off.
Yeah.
Pick number 2 from the Bears at the 9 spot, Roma Dunze.
Winner.
Win.
A+. A+, dude. He's a stud.
They're setting up Caleb Williams so well.
Between what they've traded for and then what they just drafted for in the first round, yeah.
Roma Dunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Cole Kmet.
No excuses.
I don't mean their offensive line still might be garbage. I don't know.
Yeah, but now he can like.
It's true. Caleb Williams is the improviser.
When I think of Caleb Williams, that's what I think of. Is this just.
Ugh. Minnesota Vikings select J.J. McCarthy at the 10 spot.
He's going to fall apart when he doesn't have his captor.
It's probably
Jim Harbaugh anymore.
It's probably a reach.
Probably a little bit of. There's a little bit of a reach. Didn't they trade up to get J.J. McCarthy?
Yes, they traded with the Jets to get up. They basically just switched from the 11 to the 10 spot.
Because were they afraid that the Jets were going to take J.J. McCarthy?
I guess the Jets could use a backup quarterback.
Because they just shipped off Zach Wilson, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm going to give that a C, maybe a D.
I don't like it. I mean, I'm not the biggest J.J. McCarthy guy. He could develop. I don't know. I doubt it. But is he going to be the starter now? Who's the starter in Minnesota?
J.J. McCarthy.
J.J. fucking McCarthy. Olamawia Fashanu, offensive tackle from Penn State, is now a Jet.
Well, considering they could only protect Aaron Rodgers for 4 offensive snaps. I think, yeah,
I
think that's probably a good idea.
And then the Denver Broncos select Bo Nix, baby.
This was the most ridiculous draft first round for quarterbacks I think I've ever seen.
There, in no world, in my mind, should Bo Nix be not just a top 15 pick, but like a first round.
First round, yeah. He seems
based
like
on what we've seen.
Yeah. But I don't know. Sean Payton kind of knows what he's doing. I mean, he took a quarterback with a bum arm from San Diego and turned him into Drew Brees.
It's true. It does feel like I heard someone on Twitter talk about it. Looks like the Broncos just have a room full of backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like career backup guys.
Yeah, because they have Jarrett Stidham. Bo Nix,
and Zach Wilson. It's a hell of a room. That's a hell of a dangerous quarterback room right there.
That's a hell of a room.
The Raiders end up getting Brock Bowers.
That's a hell of a get. I'm going to give that an A.
That's a freak get from fucking... God, Brock Bowers is good.
It kind of gives them that weapon that they had with Darren Waller, but maybe a little bit better. We'll see.
And then your Saints get Talisi Fuaga, offensive tackle from Oregon State.
Okay.
It's a good pick. It's hard not to like say you get a good offensive tackle. You're just like, that's a good pick. Almost any time. It's like probably a B or a B plus every time, but you can never complain about getting a good offensive lineman.
Well,
they're not as flashy, but
yeah, it's always really fun to get somebody who's excellent with the skill position, though. Yes. is the thing. So you get a tackle, you're like, yeah, okay, this is how you applied for a tackle. Like,
okay. A little golf clap. You're not like when you get a stud receiver, you're like, fuck yes,
yeah, let's go.
But you build with the tackles.
It'll work.
The Colts get Latu from UCLA, the edge rusher. I think that's a great get for. I loved him at UCLA.
They fucked up. They should have gotten Cooper DeJean.
Who ended up getting him? Was it the Steelers? Who got Cooper DeJean?
I don't remember.
We'll have to look that up real quick. Byron Murphy from defensive tackle from Texas to the Seahawks. I mean, he's great.
He is. He's no Cooper DeJean though.
Dallas Turner, edge rusher from Alabama to the Vikings.
He's a stud.
He's really fucking good.
Yeah, he's really good at football, it turns out.
It's crazy when you see the school. Amarius Mims, offensive tackle from Georgia to the Bengals.
Oh, an offensive lineman from Georgia. Okay.
Crazy. Whenever you see, what are the positions from Georgia? Offensive line, tight end, and running back.
Yeah.
Jared Verse, edge rusher from Florida State to the Rams.
You see the value. Sense. The value is all in offensive tackles, edge rushers, quarterbacks, and wide receivers now. Like that's who goes in the first round, it seems like.
And sometimes cornerbacks.
Yeah, because it's a pass happy league, and now everyone's adjusting. I
do think this was a good get for the Rams because they need to replace Aaron Donald, so you just gotta do what you can.
True.
Troy Fatanu to the Steelers. Good get from them. He's one of my favorite offensive linemen in this class.
How were they not making this pick like 2 or 3 years ago? They should have been taking offensive linemen in the first round for what feels like a decade now.
It does feel that way. My Miami Dolphins select Chop Robinson from Penn State at 21.
I love that he's a Dolphin.
I love it really too, dude. He was fun as fuck at Penn State, and I also anyone named Chop, give it to me. I love that I get a root for him.
Yeah, give me a linebacker named Chop. Give me a wide receiver named JoJo.
Yep.
Give me a lineman named T-Bone.
Yep.
All these. That's how you draft.
Right now.
Draft by names, always.
And the first cornerback off the list, Quinion Mitchell, goes to the Eagles. Maction, baby.
Yeah, out of Toledo, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. That's impressive. Look at that first round Maction. Love it.
Did you see Nick Saban's thoughts on him? Nick Saban during the draft was like, I really wanted to get him out of the transfer portal, but he never went into the transfer portal.
All right, that makes
He
sense.
really wanted to get him to Alabama.
Yeah.
Up next, Brian Thomas Jr. to the Jaguars. Guess what? Another LSU wide receiver in the first round. Crazy.
Crazy, right?
Insane. They got to be wide receiver U right now, right? Like, hands down, easily.
Yeah, they are. They I think they've got Ohio State chomping at their heels a little bit.
Ohio State, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you could say that. But like
after like Chris Olave and then Marvin Harrison Jr. and it just seems like they've consistently been putting people in the league, but not in the first round like this, I guess.
And not like, I don't know if they've had the success of like Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and like
that's true.
Consistently like the top receivers in the league.
Seems like these LSU guys have really panned out, I guess is what we're saying.
Up next, another cornerback, Terrion Arnold to the Lions. Good for them. Love it. I also just love when someone gets picked in the home crowd like city.
Yeah. They need a lot of help on defense, so
yes.
Yeah.
Jordan Morgan, offensive line from Arizona to the Packers, whatever. They always have like a pretty good offensive line. It makes sense.
I feel like them having someone go in the first round is my justification that Arizona did indeed have a good season this year.
Yeah. That's why he got hired to Washington, bro.
That's a good point. That's an excellent point. Now it's time to start fading him again.
Yes, sir. Graham Barton, center from Duke to the Bucks.
Okay, smart. Someone who's supposed to be the smartest guy on the offensive line coming from Duke. That checks out. Checks out.
Darius Robinson, defensive end from Missouri to the Cardinals. I thought he was actually really good at Missouri.
Yeah. And it's interesting that they're calling him a defensive end and not an edge. It seems like they call everyone edge now.
When they mix with like linebacker. Yeah, what's the stipulation between being an edge and a defensive end? Are you just
you have your hand in the ground every down?
Yeah, you're just only rushing now?
I guess.
Never dropping back?
It's things like this and complimentary football that drive me fucking crazy.
Oh, Jim. God, dude.
I hate when people talk about complimentary football. Not a fan.
And with the trade with the Buffalo Bills, the Kansas City Chiefs select Xavier Worthy, wide receiver from Texas.
Good get.
Yeah, he's only the fastest receiver that the Combine's ever seen. So,
yeah, it's hello Tyreek Hill mold. Is he faster than Tyreek Hill?
At the Combine, he was, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like game fast. Do you think
he
he's
might
fast
be?
Tyreek
He's really
Hill?
fast, dude. He's really fast.
Tyreek
Hill's like speed also comes from his really crazy route running. Like he's sneaky, really good at that.
He's freakishly strong too to be able to do those like backflips and shit.
So we'll see. Even if he's not fully Tyreek Hill level, if he's just anything like that, with Patrick Mahomes, like it won't matter.
Because now they have someone who can take the top off of the defense, possibly. Like it makes them a lot more like fun, dangerous, like they were initially. Whenever we liked them.
Why did the Bills trade?
I don't know.
I don't, because they need a receiver.
Someone's asking, soccer or NFL is more brutal sport? Listen, it's the NFL. Soccer doesn't have 2% body fat human missiles propelling themselves with only obliteration in mind. Like, I don't remember someone getting hit and then just dying in a soccer match. But I for real saw that happen in an NFL football game.
Yep. NFL's way more brutal.
Yeah.
Shout out Gio, though. I believe he's from Greece.
All right, Gio.
It's the NFL.
It's the NFL.
Tyler Guyton to the Cowboys, Nate Wiggins to the Ravens, Ricky Purcell to the 49ers, and Xavier Legette to the Panthers.
That was a lot of names going a lot of places, Jim. I'm not going to lie. I kind of lost focus.
I'm trying to find out where Cooper went.
Oh, where Cooper DeJean went?
Yeah. Oh, to the Eagles!
They're going to love him in Philly.
The 8th pick in the 2nd round. Cooper DeJean.
I'm surprised
going to love him.
He must have broke the fuck out of his leg for him to fall to the 2nd round.
People also, I think he's like going as a cornerback, so people are just skeptical about white cornerbacks.
I know I am personally.
Dude, I hope he just balls out. I hope they call him White Lightning.
Well, don't they already have a white cornerback or like white safety in Philly?
They did. I don't know. Do they still have? Because they had Nate Gary for a while.
I had another one recently.
Eagles safety. Well, white people can be safeties. It's just cornerbacks.
It's a different
beast.
Yeah.
Let's see. Safety, strong safety. Is CJ? Nope. They have him listed on ESPN as a strong safety, by the way.
All right. Did we get through the entire?
Yeah, Reed Blankenship, free safety.
Reed Blankenship, that's who it was.
There you go. That's a white ass name.
I think they called him Ghost.
Chase, are you ready to give out some fucking bets for this brunchtime betting?
Let's talk about it, Jim.
You want to start us off since you're back on the saddle?
Sure. I'll go ahead. I'll kick it off with a horse bet. Race 8 at Oaklawn Park today. Post time 5:20 Eastern, 4:20 God's time, 2:20 out on the Pacific Coast. I'm gonna take Brad Cox and the Axeman, Axel Concepcion, and the horse Bergen, number 1 in that race. And I'm just gonna play that horse to win.
I like it. My first play, I'm hitting the hardwood, Chase. Cavs, Magic. Guess what? The Magic can actually score when they're at home. These totals have been dipping. I'm taking the over 201.5 in the Cavaliers Magic game today.
Very nice. Woo.
Oh, baby.
Woo.
I got the sound drop. I'll have the sound drop on stream later today for you because I got something.
Okay. I haven't had a chance to give out UFL picks this week, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We decided week 5 is chaos week.
Oh, tell me when I'm the same pick.
I'm living appropriately. I've got the Houston Roughnecks plus 7.5. I'm not man enough to sprinkle on the money line, but I am going to take the Roughnecks plus 7.5 against the Birmingham Stallions here.
I have that exact play, and I took them on the money line. Guess which team, Chase? I always say, guess which team has the best record against the Birmingham Stallions? It's the fucking Houston Gamblers.
Let's go.
Give it to me. Plus 319 on the money line? Yes.
Yeah, I see him at plus 300 here. I'm not man enough to sprinkle like you are, but
I'm taking it. I'm not sprinkling. That was actually my only play. I actually didn't even play the spread. I only played the money line.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead.
It's chaos week. That was my second pick as well. Was the the Roughnecks just straight up winning that game.
Okay. Then next, I'm going with the Arlington Renegades plus 120 on the money line against the San Antonio Brahmas because I think it's crazy things happen week. I think the relationship between the wide receivers and the quarterbacks have gotten a little bit better with Arlington, where it's not necessarily always Tyler Vaughns who is that dude getting the ball. I think they're getting better. I think they're getting a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and take the shot in the crazy week 5 angle plus 120 money line Arlington Renegades.
Still quite confused why they dropped Taylor Russolino.
What?
Yeah, they dropped him after last week.
That's insane.
Yeah, like special teams was like the one part of their game that was going pretty well. But again, the week 5 chaos factor plays into this and goes towards your favor, where this is about as low as the Renegades can get.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta go up.
Gotta go up.
Gio also is saying most Greeks who like sports watch NBA playoffs, and a small group watch NFL.
Okay.
It would make sense they would watch NBA.
Cool story.
I feel like basketball is pretty popular abroad.
I meant that in a nice way. That sounded terrible. My bad. I apologize for being a dick. I'm sorry.
My last play, Chase. I'm going baseball. Yankees Brewers first 5 innings over 4.5 runs.
Oh, so you think you're gonna going to be pounding the ball early then.
I think it's just going to be pounding early and then maybe cool off a little bit. I didn't like the full game over. Give me first 5 over 4.5. Dude, the Brewers hit the fuck out of the ball. Brewers do be hitting. Do you?
It's true.
Chase, do you have a round robin?
Yeah, let's get to it. I'm going to go all UFL round robin here. It's going to be the Roughnecks plus 7.5, the Renegades plus 120, and then I'm throwing in the DC Defenders plus 145 on the money line against the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Ooh, a Sunday sprinkle.
A little Sunday sprinkle, a little.
I am also on DC money line tomorrow. DC A does not lose at home. B does not lose to the Battlehawks, and that game will get chippy. If we can make a bet that there will be a fight in that game, I will make that bet.
Yeah, we'll bet it all.
My round robin, it's not really a round robin. It's just a 2-team parlay for today. Okay. I'm taking the Brewers straight up and the Roughnecks, plus 762.
Nice.
Brewers over the Yankees, Roughnecks over the Stallions. And then I got a teaser. Little teaser. So we're teasing the Roughnecks up to 14.5. We're going to tease the Miami Heat to plus 13.5. They're going to get blown out today, I believe. That's the rough one. I'm teasing the Pelicans plus 5.5 and the Cavs plus 6.5. Chase! Which one loses this week?
I think we're all losers. Listened.
No, we got to ask Erik because someone actually guessed right last week for what the loser was going to be, which was nothing. My teaser fucking hit last week, so suck my dick. And we owe him a free, $25 bet.
Okay.
So if anyone in the chat can guess which one of this leg of my teaser loses,
yeah,
you win. We'll give you guys 3 minutes to guess. Chase, let's vamp in the meantime. I'm excited for UFL Week 5. I'm high. This is one of my favorite weeks in spring football.
It should be. It's history shows it's supposed to be a crazy week. So let's get some crazy results.
I don't even know. I just want every game to come down to the wire. I want everything to be extremely close.
By the way, I mean, it seems like every team is converting the 4th and 12.
It does feel that way.
Like, it just seems like that's the easiest play to convert, where it should be so much harder.
Statistically, I think it's like 35% have been made total.
So you're saying there's going to be some negative regression here?
There has to be almost, like, based off of the XFL, because the USFL did it last year as well. So the XFL last year, the USFL last year, and then now this year, it's at like a 35% hit rate.
Right.
He's asking, NFL is similar to rugby, right? Except way more violent and less windy, I guess. It's not as, like, elongated, the plays.
Yeah. I'd say...
It's like waiting around to get punched in the face, while rugby is, like, consistently getting, like, lightly punched in the stomach.
Yeah. Like, it's like every play of an NFL game is like being in a car wreck. Every rugby match is like falling off your bike a couple times.
Yes. I think that's apt. I don't know. I haven't watched too much rugby, though. But I'm going to say that's appropriate. I'm going to say that's accurate.
All right.
And with that, with no one guessing, Chase, you have a guess for which leg of my teaser ends it, kills me?
Since we both like the Roughnecks, I'm going to say Houston.
Yeah, probably Houston. Houston probably gets blown out now.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Love you guys.
Doing it for the Shark Dog.
Yes, they will be, actually. That's scary, too. We love you guys. We'll see you next time for some Brunchtime Betting. Bye, everybody. Enjoy your meal. Enjoy your breakfast. Let's go make some fucking money.